All right, everybody, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to teach you an easy power of three trading strategy that can actually help you catch big moves. Like I'm talking like 1 to 10, 1 to 12. Of course, not going to happen every single day, but the chances are very high. All right. And this strategy is very powerful. I have taught this before on my channel. I'm doing it again in detail so you understand each and everything. So, the power of three, we need to understand that every candle has a power of three. So, a weekly candle has a power of three, a daily candle has a power of three, a monthly candle has a power of three, even the 15-minute candle has a power of three. But we're going to focus on the daily power of three because it has worked phenomenally for me. Okay, so I want you to watch this video till the end. I'm going to share examples. I'm going to teach each and everything in detail. And once you watch this video, go and back test and forward test, and then come back and comment if it works for you or not. And I guarantee you it's going to work for you. So we first need to understand what exactly is a power of three. So a power of three is we have an open, right? And then we have manipulation. So let's assume that the candle opens here. The price is going to first accumulate orders. So we're going to have buy orders. We're going to have buy orders and sell orders, right? Buyers buying here, sellers buying here, trapping every trader here. And then we're going to have a manipulation. So we have accumulation, manipulation. And then we're finally going to have distribution. And the candle is going to expand in the real direction. So this is what it's going to look like on the daily time frame, right? So let me just do that. Actually, it's going to look something like this, where you have, wick like that. So this is the manipulation move, right? And then this is the expansion move right here. So you simply mark out the opening price of the candle, right? So this is the opening price. And then you're going to have accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Now, it sounds very simple when I tell you, right? You just look for accumulation, manipulation, distribution. But the real problem when a lot of other people teach you this strategy is they don't teach you how to actually trade, how to actually identify where is the manipulation, where is the accumulation, where is the distribution, right? They just tell you that, okay, look for accumulation, manipulation, distribution, but no mechanical way to identify these moves. So I'm going to teach you all of this in this video. So please do not skip any part of this video. I'm going to go into as much detail as I can. So when the new daily candle opens, you just mark out the opening price of that candle. So this is the opening price, right? And let me just do this like that. Okay, perfect. So when we have the opening price and the price is accumulating, we first need to measure where is the manipulation. We need to identify the manipulation move accurately, right? And to do so, we use the standard deviation projections, and I'm going to teach you how to use them. So the very first step is we need to measure manipulation, right? So this is the step one. So we have to identify the manipulation move first, right? And to do so, we simply use the standard deviation projections, which is very simple. So how do you actually use it? So during the accumulation phase, you are marking out the high, the last high, and the last low that was formed before the market structure shift. So in the accumulation phase, we also going to see a market structure shift. Now, we want to use our standard deviation projections. So these are the Fibonacci settings. Make sure you copy them. Now, once you have copied them, you are waiting for price to tap into -2 and -2.5 area, because that's from where the price is going to expand. Okay, so you're going to have accumulation, and then you're going to have manipulation, and then you're going to have distribution. But the problem that most of the people face is they can't decide where the manipulation phase is going to end. And to identify that, we simply use this technique, and that is standard deviation. We have the opening price, we have accumulation. Now, inside the accumulation, we look for a market structure shift, right? In the accumulation phase. So this right here is the accumulation phase. Look at this high and look at this low. This is the highest high. This is the low that was formed uh, just before the highest high was formed, right? And then we got a market structure shift. Now, once we get the market structure shift, we are using our standard deviation projections, right? Now, I want the price to go into -2 and -2.5 level. Why? Because that's where the manipulation phase is going to end. And then afterwards, we are looking for a market structure shift. Now, you might ask, what time frame is this, Faz? Because this is the daily time frame. What is this time frame? This is 5-minute time frame. So remember that. So on the 5-minute time frame, we are looking for this pattern. Remember that, guys. So very simple, guys. I'm going to repeat this again, and then I'm going to explain more. So we have, accumulation phase. Inside this accumulation, we look for a market structure shift. Use our fib from the last high that was formed to the last low that was formed before the market structure shift. Now, a lot of people, when they're going to look at this and they'll say, okay, we got a market structure shift. Let's short this. Now, the price does go down, but this is just a manipulation move. And the original move is going to be this. So when I said that you can catch up to 1 to 10, 1 to 8, 1 to 12, you can basically catch the entire daily move with this strategy. All right. So when price taps into the -2 and -2.5, you're looking for a market structure shift on the 5-minute time frame, right? So now, once you get that, you can also measure the distribution length. So similarly, what you would do is you would use your fib from the last low that was formed to the last high that was formed before the market structure shift. And then you can see that the distribution is going to sometimes go to -2, -2.5 area, or it can sometimes even go to -4 if the higher time frame draw on liquidity is still intact. Right? Very simple, guys. There's nothing complicated about this. I'm going to give you guys some examples that is going to clarify every single thing. So it would look basically the same when you are looking for this type of move. So if you're trying to catch short position, so basically what you're going to have is accumulation. Then you're going to mark out, so this is the opening price. We dip below it, get a market structure shift. Now we can measure the manipulation move. This entire move towards the -2.5 and -2 is the manipulation move. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? So we measure the manipulation move. It goes to -2, -2.5. We can then say, okay, the manipulation move is over. Now we just need to look for a market structure shift to confirm that price is going to reverse now. Now, once we do that, we simply use our fib from the last high to the last low to measure the distribution. And you can see like that. So let me give you guys some examples and then I'll end the video. All right, everybody. So here is example 1, looking at GBP JPY. And this right here is when the new daily candle opens. So I'm just going to mark out the opening price of this candle. Now, I'm waiting for a market structure shift. So you can see that we had it here. But if I use my fib from the last high to last low, we never reached the -2 and -2.5. So the manipulation phase is still not over. So I'm going to just sit back and relax. So you can see we get another shift in the market structure. And this is right here. You can see we had a lower low, lower high, lower low. And then we broke the structure. So we have a market structure shift. Now, if price reaches the -2, -2.5 level, then that will become my manipulation, right? The manipulation will be over. So as you can see, once again, it never happened, right? We never reached the -2 and -2.5. So now, if you look closely over here, we got another shift in the market structure. We broke this low here. So now I'm going to use my fib from this high to this low. And let's see if we reach the -2 and -2.5. And just right there, we reached the -2 and -2.5. So now I'm looking for a shift in the market structure. We have it right here. And just below it here, we have a fair value gap, right? So this would be my entry level. So let me just delete this. So notice how we had different market structure shifts in the accumulation phase, right? But we never reached the -2 and -2.5. But now we reached it. And now the manipulation phase, this is accumulation and this is manipulation. A lot of people, what they would think is that, this is accumulation, this is manipulation, this is distribution. Well, on the micro time frame, let's suppose like 1 minute, this is actually a power of 3, but you need to understand that inside the accumulation phase, you will also find accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Inside the manipulation phase, you will also find accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. And in the distribution phase, you will do that as well. But this is a topic for another video. You don't need to focus on that. Just notice that how it reached a -2 and -2.5. And we got to shift in the market structure. My entry would be here, right? Stop somewhere around here. Because you got a huge displacement, there's a fair value gap just below it here. So I don't want to, get stopped if I put my stop here. I want to leave a room for this fair value gap. I'm going to go for 1 to 2. So let's see how this plays out. And you can see that the take profit level was hit. So the precision that comes with this strategy is insane. Like, I can tell you. Now, notice one thing, okay? Notice how it hasn't reached the -2, -2.5. And the reason why it didn't reach that level is because sometimes if you want to be safe, right, instead of using the standard deviation tool at the wick, use it at the body, like this. Sorry, this should be this because this is the highest candle. So you use this and then you can get out early. All right. So you can catch these beautiful moves, guys. There are different power of 3s in a single day. You just want to catch one. And if you are lucky, you will catch one which will give you around 1 to 9, 1 to 10 risk to reward. It happens. Okay. So let me give you guys one more example and a couple more. All right. So here is another example. And you need to take this thing out of your mind that you're never going to lose. All right. Losing is part of the game. And I'm going to show you an example where we're going to get a loser first and then we're going to get a massive winner afterwards. All right. So look at this. This is the new daily candle open right here. So I'm going to mark out the opening price. We can see we dip below and we get a market structure shift with this level. So we have this low and this high. This high was broken. Now, notice how we reached into the -2 level, right? Now, what we would do is we would wait for a market structure shift. We got it here, right? And initially, our entry would be from this auto block or this tiny little, okay, there's no fair value gap. Maybe from this fair value gap, but again, this is not in the premium. But you can see that, let's suppose that you took your entry here and you put your stop somewhere around here and you maybe got stopped out, because in the real world, you would put your stop somewhere around here because you're on the 5 minute and you're trading GBP, JPY, and you're also the prop firm, right? But let's just say that we lost this trade. You get another shift in the market structure, like right here. And notice what we have. We have this fair value gap. I mean, guys, I promise you this is all you need. And then look at this beautiful move to the downside. Now, you see these distributions for JPY pairs and AUD pairs during the Asian session. You'll see the massive moves like these for these pairs. So your entry would be here, right? Stop loss here. So let's say that you lost 1 hour here. You can see that price actually gave you what? Look at this. Isn't this insane? Like, this is like your entire profit from past in one trade. Now, of course, you're going to take some partials along the way. But when the price is distributing, when the price is distributing, you're going to see clean moves like these, right? There will be no consolidations or whatever, because price has one target after the manipulation phase is over. It has to distribute, all right? So using our standard deviation tool, you can see that we could have targeted this. This would have been our second TP, right? And then this would have been, you could have trailed your stop loss. So whenever a low was broken, so this low broken, stop here, right? Then this low broken, stop goes here. This low breaks and then stop goes here. And then we have a wick over here. So you would place it here, and that would give you still 1 to 12. Let's move on to the next example. Alright guys, so here is another example. Looking at GBP JPY again, because I don't need to look at any other pair because it works mostly with all of them, right? So this is the opening price. So let me just mark that out, right? This is when the daily, the new day opens, and straight away we get a market structure shift. Now, if we use our fib from the last low to the last high, we never reached the -2, -2.5. Manipulation phase is not over yet. Now, we get another shift in the market structure right here, right? We have a, a higher high, higher low, higher high, and then a shift in the market structure, just around here. So using our fib once again, from the last high to the last low before the market structure shift, price tapped into the -2.5 and -2 level, right? And then you are looking for a shift in the market structure. Right here, we do get it. And then look at this. We have this fair value gap. And during the New York session, what did happen? Textbook power of 3. All right. It's just insane how well it works. So what do we have? We have accumulation, right? We then have manipulation, and then we have distribution. And look at where price went on the next day, right? So you need to understand this power of 3 is all you need in order to become profitable. All right. So this would have been your entry somewhere around here. Yeah. Stop goes here. You maybe go for 1 to 2, right? 1 to 2 was hit in a single candle. But then let's suppose that you held the trade for longer, right? Although you would go break even once 1 to 1 or 1 to 1.5 is hit. But maybe you can decrease your stop loss to here because you're expecting this high to be taken out. Now, of course, this is hindsight, but you can maximize your profits with this strategy, guys. Look, I wasn't lying when I told you that you can get 1 to 10, 1 to 8, 1 to 6 with this strategy, all right? This is like your Profom challenge passer. Like I have given you for absolutely free. So what else do you need, bro? You don't need to buy other people's courses, man. I'm giving it away for absolutely free. So just don't, right? So let me give you guys one more example and then I'll end the video. All right, everybody. So here is the last example. You can see we have the opening price just around here. And we also get a shift in the market structure right here. So using our fib from the last low to the last high before the shift in the structure was occurred, you can see price reached into -2 and -2.5. Afterwards, what we are looking for is a shift in the market structure, and that happens somewhere around here. And then notice what we have here, a fair value gap, right? Perfectly mitigated the fair value gap, and then it pushed down below and expanded throughout the day. So this is what I'm trying to teach. You can catch these massive power of 3 moves with this strategy, guys. I'm not kidding, okay? Look, 5 RR. Bro, what else do you need? I have a question for you. What else do you need if you can do this? Of course, it's not going to work every single day, but let's suppose that you lose 2 trades in a row, and then you win the one which gives you like 5 RR or 7 RR. Like, you get the idea, right? Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys pass your challenges and get funded with this strategy. I've taught this method before, but this was in much more detail. I went over everything. And yeah, if you are interested though, you can join the community. The link is in the description. You can also get the course and the new upcoming course for absolutely free. If you buy the, the current course, but it's not necessary. This video will get you funded. You have my word, bro. Goodbye.